When you're on your way to a high-risk call, you're not thinking about not hitting your head or not doing certain things. You're really just focused on survival, and sometimes you can't even remember whether or not your head's been hit, so then you wouldn't think to do any follow-up protocol. I think a lot of first responders would definitely be getting minor concussions throughout their career, if not some more significant ones. In the office that I worked in just before becoming the armorer, which was the use of force or incident response training unit now, we spend an awful lot of time also teaching first aid. And in that first aid, we don't just teach standard first aid anymore. We actually go into major bleeds and as well as recognizing symptoms of head injury. So we spend a lot of time now teaching our officers to recognize those things in each other and to not be just someone who is present but unable to help. So we have recognized that we were really lacking in that area, and we've started to really put in a lot more training for that. And not too long ago, a coworker of mine we were teaching our recruits. We were doing the fist suit drill, which is kind of like what you may recognize as the red man suit drill. And the foam baton hit his helmet, and he was only wearing like a taekwondo helmet, so it wasn't adequate. And he really suffered with a severe brain injury. And as someone who was a football coach for a very long time, he knew all the signs of concussion but could not recognize them in himself. So it was really on our team to recognize the signs in him and say, like, this, we really need to get him checked out because it's very evident to us that he has a concussion, but he absolutely could not see it. I know in policing, when we do training, when we finish our training at the end of the session, we'll do a buddy check with everybody and say, like, are there any injuries? Were there any hits? Did anybody see anything that needs to be looked after? And we'll do that. So I don't know if maybe integrating that into segments of training or at the end of each day in which it would have to be protocol to check in with everybody, have a group gathered. Okay, did anybody hit their head? Did anybody do anything like that? And just have a once over of everybody. Just take note of any obscurities or anything like that that would be out of character, that could be signs for any of that. I think implementing that would go a long way. I agree that most of the people that you check would be just fine, but just to catch one person, it would be worth it.